Welcome to another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels. While at Incredible Tiny Homes in Tennessee, I have shown you some truly beautifully finished off homes where the owners have put their personal touch, and I would say some of them are even glamorous. Today I thought I'd do something a little different and take you on a tour of a home where an industrious woman is doing the finishing touches herself using scrap material and repurposed materials. She's using those materials on the skirting around her tiny home. She's even using wood from pallets to finish off the outside galvanized boxes for her planters. And you're going to see something I think is really very creative. She is using pallet wood to finish off her walls inside. Come on, let's go and meet Chris and hear about her story and the repurposed materials she's using. Hello, Chris.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my goodness, you are really working it, aren't you?
I'm trying, a little bit at a time. A lot of projects going on.
And you're a minimalist. You're telling me, you do so much with so little, but you know what? Let's go on in and take a look at your incredible tiny home, and you can explain everything when we get inside.
All right, come on in.
So tell me, what led you to buy a tiny home? Because this is small. It's only 8 by 20.
Correct. Well, I had been following Randy and Amanda for a couple years on YouTube and fell in love with everything they were doing. And I came up here a couple times to visit. And then I was purchasing one, not knowing if I was going to stay in Tennessee or Florida.
So you're from Florida?
Yes,
all right.
From South Florida. And when they opened the Grove, then I jumped right on in that and got a place in here.
So you're one of the first ones in here then?
One of the original owners in the Grove. There's 72 of us that purchased, and it sold out in under 3 weeks.
Wow. So how do you finance your living? What do you do?
Well, right now I'm on savings, but I was doing some work in here, some small jobs, painting, yard work, cleaning.
Well, you certainly have some skills because you figure it out. You said you'd never done skirting before, but you figured it out.
Right.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look. And what made you decide to get this size rather than the smaller 8 by 16 or a bigger one?
To be honest, I had purchased the 8 by 16 originally. Mm-hmm. And after I purchased that one, Randy had come out with this unit.
Okay.
And so the reason I did this one is I wanted to have a little space for my daughter when she comes to visit.
And that has, and this has,
and with having the loft built in, I added the egress window. So she will have her own space.
Okay. Okay.
When I see her.
So this one has the loft and the 8 by 16 doesn't.
Correct.
Okay. I get it.
And it gives you an extra foot up at the top. Like if you did build a loft in the 8 by 16, you have an extra foot in here. So it's more headroom.
All right. So let's look and see what you have. Now, did you build this cabinet?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
That's and I added, these are all old off of wine crates from when I worked in restaurants. So those are all, wine boxes that I attached to the wall. And then I built the shelf. And this is the most important stuff to me is nutrition. So I have my juicer, my blender, some supplements, and
there's so I see in your yard you have collected a lot of different scrap materials, like the wood that you're going to be using for the borders of your gardening, and you reuse and recycle everything, like even from the wine.
Oh, yeah. And I've had those for a long time, just waiting. They were waiting to come home here, actually. So, yeah, I repurpose a lot. I like to recycle and reuse.
So that's saving a lot of money. Now, I'm looking up here, and I see right here that you have a mini split. How do you like that mini split?
You know what? It's probably, other than the solar, one of my favorite things in here. It was the best. I'm so happy I got it. So we'll have AC and heat.
And you were telling me, this is unbelievable, your electricity bill here was what last month?
Last month it was $32.88, but my solar was just charging the batteries. Now my solar's hooked up. So it will be probably even lower this month, but I just want people to understand I keep my AC at like 80 degrees. I do not have a TV. I do not have a computer. I have a battery operated radio. I use a butane stove. So I have a 19-gallon water heater. So and then the 2 solar batteries and the 4 panels on the roof.
So you really are very minimal, like we were talking earlier, as far as electric usage. But you have a washer and dryer, but
yes, so
even they are tiny.
Yep. So these are new additions. This is the Black & Decker 0.9 cubic foot washer and the Black & Decker 1.65 cubic foot dryer.
And you got those both at Walmart, you said?
I ordered Walmart online, or you could do Amazon, or, you know.
Now, I was looking at here. That's unbelievable. It says the estimated energy cost on this is $7. That's so, yeah. So you really, and then I see you have got your Berkey over there to filter your water.
And what's really cool about that is Randy put in this, you know, great gooseneck faucet. So we have the sprayer. So I just pull it down, lift it up, and fill it.
That's fabulous.
And it's just like fill it every day. I drink a lot of water. But I love it. It fit perfect there. And then this also came with it was the, you know, the sink insert, the cutting board. So I use this for my cutting board, and I just put this on top, and this is just like, you know, the protectors. And so this is my cutting board. So that works out easy.
So you have the extra counter space because of that.
Yeah. I mean, this is all I really need. I do a lot of fresh fruit, salad, raw stuff, so I just have a lot of fruit there.
Now, a lot of people have a tall refrigerator in here, and I'm noticing that you have a chest kind of refrigerator.
So yes,
like you would use in an RV or a van.
Correct. That's a Rockpals 50-quart cooler. It can run off a 110 solar or 12 volt. I actually have it. Some of the items in here are for when I go camping. That being one of them, my chair and some of the mattress. So since I had this, I brought it up to start off temporarily, and I don't really need a freezer, and it's working out. So we're going to run with it for now. And on top of that, I just keep my dirty laundry, paper towels, and I hung a few things up there. So it works good. So what size home did you come from before this? My home in Florida is 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That's 932 square feet, and it has a screened-in patio.
So you went down
to under 1,000 square feet.
About 80% less.
But yeah, but the year before I came up, I had the 8x16 taped off on my floor. And I was watching every time I did stuff, I kind of stayed in that space. And then when I upgraded to the 8x20, I just made it a little bigger. And I noticed, well, my daughter's out of the house, so I wasn't using her bedroom, her bath.
Right.
I went from the sofa to the kitchen to the bedroom to the bath. So like, this is it. Everything's right here too. Exactly. That's all I need. I mean,
if people are finding more and more they're using less and less of their house, and it's just going to waste.
Well, the beauty of the tiny is having less is having more quality of life. So I'm not inside watching like YouTube or whatever. I'm outside working on my projects.
Well, you can watch my YouTube.
Yeah, and I have been watching YouTube, and now we're interviewing, so this is really cool.
But now I'm looking up here, and so your batteries are up there, and you were telling me you have 2 5,000
watt batteries. Yes, the solar you purchase here comes with 1 battery, and you can add on additional. So I added on the extra battery.
And you were saying you have how many panels on the roof?
4 panels on the roof. That's standard with ITH. I did not add additional panels.
And that comes to 1,200 watts.
I think 300. I think 300 each. So about 1,200, probably 12 to 1,400. I think they're between 300 and 350.
Now I'm looking up here, and you said that those are wood pallets up there in that loft?
Yes. So this is my little pallet stash. What I do at night, Randy gives us pallets down there, and I go cut them up, and then I sand them. And that will be, I'm going to use paneling on the walls.
So you are really, again, I'm really impressed as to how you're repurposing almost everything that you're getting.
You can see I have a lot up there.
Yeah, I saw it goes all the way back.
Yeah.
You have been really working. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
but you know what? They're gonna go in no time. So those are projects I can do when it gets colder out or rainy days.
Okay. Well, you know what? Why don't we look in the bathroom? Let's look and see how the bathroom.
Absolutely.
First of all, I notice you have a flush toilet.
Yep, that comes with it, standard.
Okay. And then your electronics are in that cabinet.
Yeah, this is the solar. So I just leave it, you know, I want to give it room to breathe, so I don't put anything in there.
And then your shower, this is bigger than some showers in some apartments.
Well, Randy installs the 36 by 36 inch shower, so we have more room.
Right.
Yeah,
and
so it's good.
Found this is more than adequate for you.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
Well, let's go ahead and look at your bedroom area. Some people use this as a living area, living room, and they use the loft. But since you're using the loft for your daughter, you're using this. And how does that work for you?
Works well. So I already had 2 mattresses that I used for my car camping. So I had taken a king foam topper, a 4-inch foam topper my friend gave me, and cut it into 3 pieces. So it just bulked it up a little higher. So I sleep down here and use it like a little day bed. I might put it up. I have the blocks to bring it up.
Okay. And then I see you have your chair, your camp chair.
My camp chair and my tools.
You're just, and then you have your...
Yeah, that's my little puppies. That's Turbo.
There's Turbo.
And Gracie.
And they have their little beds next to you, so they're all comfortable and the little crate over here.
And you know, like dogs, they go on the bed too, and I'm good with that.
Yeah. You have more storage over here with baskets, I see.
Yeah, so this is just like underwear, socks, stuff, shorts and t-shirts, little bit some sweaters, and this is just like pants and all my painted work clothes that I go out in every day.
So have you found that living tiny has made you scale down at all, or were you always, because you seem like you're very minimalist anyhow?
Yeah, I've been scaling down for a while, and I just want to scale down more and just try to have necessities, and I don't want all the extra. I just don't want it anymore. I'd rather be outside living my life.
And you were telling me that when we were meeting earlier with the group, that the tiny house and the scaled down expenses has really provided a lot of freedom.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you're able to travel and, you know.
Well, more travel to come.
Well, I'll be curious to see what you do in the future, whether you decide to keep the house in Florida, get rid of it, or go back and forth. But you were saying you really don't think you're going to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't my goal to have 2 homes. I just did this because I had been aiming, you know, I've wanted to be off grid for 30 years. So I just started with this and said I'll figure it out as I go. And just, you know, living up here, it has all of our needs. Newport's such a great town. I've lived in a lot of places in the U.S. and outside the U.S. And I can tell you that Newport and Tennessee is a very special place, and it has some of the friendliest people.
Really? Well, that's good to hear. And you know what, Chris? I'm looking forward to catching up with you down the road and seeing, you know, what other things you come by that you repurpose.
Oh, absolutely. All the time.
Oh my goodness. I'm just looking around here and seeing so much. Thank you so much. And we will catch up with you down the road on some of your repurposing trips. Okay. Thanks again, Chris. Bye-bye.